Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Okay, let's get started. Let me share my desktop. Okay. Can you see my desktop?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, for the session number 2, and let me change the light. Oh, it's better. Now it looks better. Okay, for the week 2, this is the next session of week 2. Let's see what's inside the course section information, and then we will continue. In this session, I will go through the other HTML tags such as list, table, uh, different addressing, some other things in the HTML, and then we will continue our course by changing the templates, working with some sample templates, and then we will start Bootstrap as I promised last session. Okay. So based on the course section information in this session, which is uh, the next part of week 2, yes, uh, we will go over the my campus. Okay, recording has started. We will go through the some slides and then HTML. But we will move HTML form to the next session. And there is no week 3 here. It means it is week 3 because this course section information is based on the previous semester, and week 3 was a holiday. So in our case, it is not a holiday, so it is week 3. So the next week we're gonna have the class. So don't think it is week 3. It's week 4. It's week 3. Okay. So let's start the things, and I will offer you the workshop files. Let me put the workshop files into the LMS. Wait a minute, because I want you to work with me at the same time on the files. Mhm. These are all the files required for this session, and I will make them a zip file, workshop for session 2. Okay, and in a few minutes, uh, you can have these files. Let me create an announcement for this. Okay, courses. Okay. Workshop files. for the second session. And what's wrong? Okay. Now we can use the workshop files. Okay. Let's start with the links. This is one of the things that we covered um, in that session, but we have to go into more details here. The first file is like this. We will see what's inside. Different links here to the visit college, second page, third page, and third page with the title. So let's see what's inside this file. Let me change the font a little bit, make it bigger. Okay, I think 14 is okay. Yes. Here you can see this is a link tag. This is a hyperlink tag. It starts with the A, continues with the href, equals the exact address of the website. And you can see this additional attribute here, target equals to blank. It means that um, the new page will be opened in a new tab. So if you click on this, another tab appears here, and then the first tab will remain the same here without any change. So the other tab, the other link, the link is open another tab. This is very good when you want to avoid interrupting the user journey from your site. For example, the user is inside your house, your website, and you want the user to see some additional information on some external sites or on other pages. But you do not want the user to leave your website completely. So you will use these things. This attribute target equals underline blank. And if you remove this uh, thing, for example, and save the file, you will see, and I will reload this file. And if I click the same link without the target blank, it will go directly to the CDI college, and this will interrupt the user from continue browsing your website. So it redirects the user to a different site. So use this attribute here, target equal blank, in order to uh, make the new tab and redirect the user to a new tab. Okay, this is uh, the second link in our website. Oh, where was that? Okay. Wait a minute, I will reopen this file for you. Oh, it's very, very slow. Maybe when we are running Microsoft Teams, the whole computer will slow down very, very slow. Okay, this is the second page or the second link. It redirects us to the second page of our website. So we will have this second page here. This is second.html here. And you can see the internal structure of this hyperlink is like this. href equals to second.html. So it assumes that the second.html is just beside the first one. So this is the first one, and the second HTML is residing in the same folder besides the first one. So there is no addressing here. You will put second.html directly here. And for the third link, because the third file is not here, is not residing in the same folder, it is inside another folder called my folder. The third file is inside my folder. So you have to put the complete address of that file like this, my folder slash third.html. So it shows that the third file is inside my folder. And like this, my folder slash third.html. And in this link, in this example, we added title equals to go to the third page. This attribute of title adds some hints here on the website. So when you hover your mouse icon over the link, this attribute will show up and says that this link is for going to the third page. So this small tooltip or hint will be appeared here in order to guide the user to the content of this link. So this is an additional help for the user. Use title equal go, for example, to the third page, or a very simple description of the link. You can use this description in order to help the user understand what's gonna be on that page before clicking on the link. So this is a help or a tooltip. Okay, another link is an image link. This is an image link, and if you click on this link, you will go directly to the CDI College in a new in a new tab. So let's explore what's inside. This is the same as href. This is an a hyperlink, and the href is cdicollege.ca. The target is blank. It means that it will open the new website on a new tab, the target website on a new tab. And then inside the A tab, it is an image. So this is an image, and you can use this image separately in some other tabs like this, in some other paragraphs like this. Open a P paragraph, paste the image, and close the P paragraph here. So, oh, okay, I'm sorry. If you save this file and then refresh this, you will see this is an image, but this image is not clickable. You cannot click on this. If you click on this, nothing happens. But this image is clickable. This is a link. So by placing this image inside an A tag, you're gonna make an image which is a link or an image link or a link with an image inside. So this is another form of creating a link. You put the image inside an A tag, You specify the target website and you specify if it is going to be opened in the same tab or a new tab. So if you use target equal blank, it will open in a new tab. So this is an image link, and this is an email link which says that href is mailed to uh, colon. This is the email address of the recipient, which is my email address in this case. And then this is the text that you will see here. So look at this. This is send an email. If you click on this send an email, your default email application will be started preparing the email to be sent to that target. In my case, my default email application is Microsoft Outlook, and it will start the Microsoft Outlook on my computer in order to send the email. So you can specify the email with a subject. For example, it's very useful when you want to put a link inside my Microsoft. Why? Who's trying to mute me? This is the Microsoft Outlook, which is my personal preferred mail application. And if you click on this list, it will automatically start and then prepares the mail to be sent. Because I didn't configure this Outlook on my computer, it will start in the configuration mode. But if you configure it once, then it will open every time. Uh, this is another link with a subject. So you specify the subject inside that, mail to this address, and a question mark. And then after that, the subject is equal to question about web programming. And this subject is directly, um, this subject will be directly come into the subject field of your email. So it is very easy to put a subject inside your email automatically. Any question up to here? Uh, there are 23 participants in the class, and I want some of you to say hi or say something to make sure that all of you are actively participating in the class.
No
Everybody
questions.
ready? Yes, and everything
Yes,
is
sir.
okay with my voice and the screen. Okay, let's continue. The third thing about the email is an email with a subject and a body. So you can specify some part or all parts of the body of the email in the link like this: mail to the recipient, the question mark, the subject, and after that you will put this sign. This is a ampersand sign or the and sign, and after that body equals dear Babak, I have a question. And this is the title of the link, the caption of the link, which is the same thing you will see on the page: email with a subject and a body. So you can uh, specify the subject and the body of your email directly inside your link. And I think the body might not be very useful, but the subject is useful because, for example, when you're designing a website for an online store and some of the items requires a quotation, and you encourage the customer to send an email for a quotation, you can specify the subject on that email. So it will be used for by the user in order to send the email. And also you can classify or apply a filter on your mailbox in order to separate quotations from other requests, the shipment request, other questions by using different filters on your email application. Another thing here is these buttons. This button goes to the second page, and this button is used to go to the second page again. And the structure, the function is the same, but the structure of these two buttons are different. So let's see what's inside these two things. This is the first button. It says button on click, which is a JavaScript code, equals to document.location second.html. And if you want to go to the third page, you're going to put the slash my folder third.html here, the same as this link. If you want to go to the third page, you will use this structure here. So open a P, close the P, and let's copy this here, copy and paste. And then let's use this address instead. Copy and paste document location here. And this will be third. Let's remove this part. It's not necessary. Save and reload. And you will see another button here, third. And if you click on this, it will go to the third page. So the addressing is the same. You have to consider the address, whether the file is residing on the same folder or inside another folder, that you have to specify the complete address for that file. And the other thing is the onClick attribute, which is a JavaScript attribute here, and says on clicking, while clicking on this button, if the user clicks on that button, the document location, which is the location of the main page, will be changed to this file. And this is a very tricky thing here. The whole attribute is enclosed in double quotations. You can see double quotations here. And this location is enclosed in a single quote. So look at this. We have a single quote enclosing the address here. And all of these things are enclosed inside a double quote. So be careful not to mess up with these single quotes and double quotes. If you, for example, forget one of these, maybe it won't work. Let's try this. And as you can see, it doesn't work because you forgot to put that simple single quote here. So if you put this single quote back, then and refresh the page, it will work again. So after you change anything here, you have to refresh your page in order to be downloaded with the updated content. So this is the second button. Go to the second page, and the structure is the same, but there is something different here. There is a semicolon here. There is a semicolon here, and it shows that there is no difference. It is up to you whether you want to put the semicolon here or not. So it works the same. But the recommended thing is to put the semicolon here because it is a JavaScript piece of code. And you know, another difference here is an href. This is document location. This is window.location.href. So these two things are the same, document location and window location.href. So you can use both structures for a link, document.location or window.location.href. These two things are the same with the same function. Okay, the link is completed here. We do not have anything left here. And oh yeah, no. There is some thing here about the styling of the links. Um, you can style the links. So this is a link. When you hover your mouse over this link, the color will be changed, and like this and this. And you can change the color of your links. So let's see what's inside that. It's a styling, so it's very easy. So as you can see here, I used a cascade style sheet called my style for this file. So in the head part of this HTML file, there is a link to another file called mystyle.css, and my file is inside a folder called CSS. And as you can see here, the folder resides just near uh, the main page. So this is a folder CSS here, and there is a cascade style sheet file inside that. And if you open that cascade style sheet, it says that the link will be green, the background color transparent, and there is no text decoration. So the underline will be removed. By default, all the links have underline. And if you want to remove this underline, because the underline here is some kind of old-fashioned and very, very classic. So if you want to remove the underline, you have to use text decoration equals now. And for the visited links, the color is pink, the background color is transparent, and also we remove the underline from our links. And for hovering, it is red, the background color is transparent, and uh, for an active link, the color is yellow and the background is transparent. So when you hover your mouse here, okay, this doesn't work for the active link. Oh, okay, no. If you hover your mouse here and push the left button on your mouse and hold it, do not release the button. Just press and hold the left button on your mouse. Then you're going to see the yellow color here. So this is an active link. The same thing as you want to drag and drop something. So this active link means that you click uh, your mouse button and you continue holding down the mouse button. So it is an active. The hover is when you just hover or place your mouse icon over a link. This is for hover. This is for active. This is for visited because we visited this web page before. All of these are the same color, and because we didn't visit any of these emails because my email application was not configured. So these links are in the color green. So this is all about the formatting your links inside another mystyle.css. And you can put all of these things directly inside your header file, inside an style and end style. So you will put style here and end style here, and like this, between style tag and end style tag, you can put all of things, but this will make your page very, very lengthy and untidy. So avoid putting this styling information directly inside the head unless it's very, very short like this. And another things about the links are, you know, okay, let's see the story of web. No, just kidding. It's a sample file. It's a sample lengthy file. Very, very long and lengthy file. And you want to go somewhere inside this file. So your address is not outside this file. It's not a new web page. It's not a new link. It's not anything new. It's just inside this file. So you want to go directly to this portion of this file. This is here, 1991, first website, the first website info, blah, 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 like this. And you want to go directly to this address. This is inside your website, your web page, and this is an internal addressing. So how do you do this? By using a number sign, by using an ID and a number sign. Let's see uh, the inside of the file. Okay, this is the link for 1991. This is a hyperlink, the same as any other hyperlink. It starts with A, it ends with /A, and uh, the text is 1991 first website. As you can see here, this is the text, 1991 first website. And the href for this is number sign chapter 5. So it is not a complete address. It's not the address of another file. This is just a tag, a hashtag or number sign, chapter dash 5. And here, as you can see here, we use an ID here. ID equals to chapter dash 5. So for example, if I put this ID for another chapter here, copy, and then let's change this to chapter 6. This is another ID. Um, please be careful not to use the same IDs, same ID for different tags. It is not recommended, and it will violate the formatting of your HTML file. The ID should be unique. So this is chapter 6, and we can change this to chapter 6, for example. Use the same thing here, copy and place it somewhere else. For example, here, and number 6 here, and I will change it to go to 6. Go to 6. I have to refresh the file here, and then a go to 6 appears here, and it redirects us to this mid 1990. It was the chapter 6. So it is inside or internal addressing inside an HTML file. Another, what's inside the node file? Okay, unvisited link is underlined and blue. By default, unvisited link is underlined and blue, a visited link is underlined and purple, and active link is underlined and red, and you can use different things here. Okay, continue reading the note after the class. And another thing is this small fav icon or favorite icon, which appears here. You can see this is the icon of CDI College here. And for the Bootstrap, this is the icon of W3 School. And every website, even my own website, which is uh, has its own favorite icon here, which is a very, very, oh, it doesn't work. Oh, I just missed the K here. It has this fav icon or favorite icon here. And it is a professional way to put this favorite icon in your website. And this is how we can use this fav icon. First of all, you have to design the fav icon logo. It's a very, very small logo. It is 16 pixel in width and length, in height and length. No, no, this is the college logo. This is the fav icon. Where's the fav icon? It's inside the image, I think. Yes, this is the fav icon or favorite icon I designed for my CDI test web page. So as you can see, it's very, very easy. And if you want to design your favorite icon or your fav icon, uh, which will be showed here instead of this glob, you will say, okay, fav icon design online. And there are plenty of tools available on the internet for generating and editing these fav icons online. One of these tools is Fab Icon, the generator. You can generate your Fab icon directly and download it to your computer. You can use Microsoft Paint, but you have to change the format into the icon. Oh, let's forget about this Fab icon because it's very slow and we are off schedule. We do not have too much time to talk about this Fab icon, but you can design your favorite icon here. Oh, yes. You can design it, for example, um, can say this is character B. Okay. It's like painting in Microsoft Paint. I just use a small b here, and which is the first character of my name. And you can save this into your computer and then use it. Download this favorite icon, and um, here you can see what is the output. So you can download this directly in your computer, and you have to place this favorite icon um, in a folder or near your web page, and then you have to put the appropriate tag inside your um, page. This is first fab icon. If I open this file, you will see that there is a icon here. You can see the CDI icon here. And what's inside this file is just another tag for fab icon. So let's see the inside of the file. Yes, by adding this piece of code, this line, link, uh, and it is an icon. The rel is an icon. The type is image slash X icon. You have to use the same things, the same formatting here. And the href is img slash fav icon. And if you want to place your fav icon just beside your main page, you will remove this prefix of address. Because I placed my fav icon inside an image folder, I use this complete addressing here. So it is image slash fav icon. You can use another things. Okay, all about the links. And oh, we are very, very off schedule because we have to complete all of these things, and the table is very huge. So let's continue on tables. Let's forget about the fav icon. Uh, let's close some of these tabs in order to make it work somehow faster. Okay. Tables are very important in designing web page, and it was very important because nowadays tables are not used to lay out any website. But in the old times, tables were very important. So uh, there are too many things to know about the tables. The first thing about the table is the first table you can make. This is very easy to create a table. The structure of the table is very easy to understand. This is like this. This is our first table. You can specify the width, and if you, for example, somehow reduce the width of your table, and you can see that it will be reduced in the width. And these are table rows. These are table rows. This is the first row, this is the second row, and this is the third row. And if you want to add another row here, just copy and paste here and add something like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, I, J. Very simple. And these are table data. So it is the first data, first cell, the second cell, and the third cell. So let's see the output. Another row has been added to our table with this data ABC in the first cell, EFG in the second cell, and HIJ in the third cell. So this is very simple. And by default, tables do not have any border. So a very simple table is without border. I will remove this styling portion of the file here, and you will see that the default table has no formatting or no borders. And this is very odd, and this is not very good. So borders is useful. So we put this here, style and the style, which means that we are going to style our table. And for the table head, and for the table data, we will use border 1 pixel solid black. And if we want to remove these two lines here, because it's a two line, I don't know, I forgot to save the file. If you want to remove these two lines here and make just one line, we will use border collapse. I will show you. Okay. The second the second file is about borders. You can change the borders, and you can change other styles of your table very easily. Let's see what's inside the file. In this case, we use border dash collapse, which means that do not use two lines for the border. And we change the background color to this very nice green. So if you want to change the background color to, for example, a gray, you use DD, and then it will be changed to gray, which is another nice background for your table. So you can change the background, you can change the border style with this, and the other thing is the same, just the table. The size. You can see different size here for every column. So the first column, we increase the size of the first column, and you can change, you can modify even the height of every cell. Let's see how. This is the first default table. This is another table, and we specified the width for the first column. Table TH means table head. Style with 70%. So 70% is assigned to the first name. You can change it to, for example, 10%. And then you will see that this first name will be shrinked up to this point, as you can see. Let's change it back to 70%. And in the third example, you know, for the row, I changed the height of the row. So the height of the row is changed to 200 pixels. The width and the height can be changed easily. This is the height of the row, and it is 200 pixels. This is an absolute value. You can change this value, for example, to 100 pixel and see the result. Okay, this is all about sizing the rows and uh, the column heights. And let's continue with the table headers. The TH stands for table header. And if you specify it on the first row, it automatically changes your text into a bold format. So you do not have to specify anything about your text. It will automatically change your text into a bold. So the first row, instead of table data, you're going to use table header. Instead of TD, you will use TH. So it will automatically change this first name, last name, and age into a bold format. First name, last name, and age. And if you want to use a header for your rows, so this is the header of this row, this is the header of the other row, this is the header of this row. And you know that this table is kind of a, you know, it's the transposition, it's a transposition of the first table. It is arranged in this way: first name, last name, and age. And this table is another table with the same data, but with the other alignment. The first name is here, the last name is here, and the age is here. So it is a kind of transposition of the first table. And inside this you specify table header in every row. So first name in the first row is header. Last name in the second row is header. And the age in the third row is header. So this is the header for the rows. And you can merge these two columns, merge the header of these two columns into one column called name. Let's see how. You use col span, means column spans for two. It means the first column and the second column will be merged into one column. So the column span is equal to 2. It means it spans two columns here. And it is a table header called name. So this way, you will have a big header embracing both the first name and the last name. Okay, before going to the padding and styling, let's have a 10-minute break. We will continue exactly on 9 as 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. So 10 minutes break. Everybody ready? Everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
continue. Okay, that's okay. Let's continue on padding and spacing, and we have to speed up our course because of your office schedule. I think 2 hours is very, it's not enough for this content. So let's speed up our course here a little bit. If you want to put some space or padding inside your cells, you will have this nice attributes inside your table. So you're gonna put padding and spacing here. And this is the attribute, styling attribute for table head and table data. So you use the same thing here, padding top 10 pixels. It means that 10 pixels from top of the border. This is the space between your text and the ceiling of this cell, the top border of this cell. And for the bottom is 20 pixels, so you can see there is more space here comparing to there. So at the bottom of your text, there is more space here. So this is the bottom. And for the left and for the right, the same padding is applied. So you can use this sort of padding in order to um, add the space inside your table cells. So um, it will change the appearance a little bit nicer or easy to read, or maybe somehow bigger. So this is padding and spacing. The other thing is about the border styles and styling. Let's see what's inside the note. These are different um, styles you can use for the border styles, and it is dotted, solid black, uh, another solid black. What's the difference? Border radius 10. Oh, it's almost the same. Solid black one. And you can use different items, different things for bordering. So let's see the styling. And in this case, there is something very interesting here. And you want to color odd or even rows with a different background. So you want to have green here, white here, green here, white here, and the same in order to make it easier for the user to read the data here. And it's very good to make this kind of a stripped uh, pattern here. To do this, you have to add this piece of code, this piece of styling here. It means that table row nth means one, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. This th is the ordering or the ordinal numbers. It means that the nth child, if it is even, it means 2, 4, 6, 8, and then the background color will be this. So for the first, it is not because number 1 is an odd number. For the second, it is true because 2 is an even number. So the background will be green. For the third, it is not true because 3 is an odd number. For the fourth, it is 2. So use this pattern. Use this piece of code in order to create this nice pattern of a table which has a different background color for even rows. This is another example of using styles inside your table. And as I told you, you can use different formats for the border. You can use dotted, you can use solid, and other things. So let's continue with the call span, which is very important here. Call span, row span. Okay, here you can see that we merged these two columns into one column by using a call span. And I showed this to you before in another file. So let's review it again. It says that the table head call span is 2. It means that it contains two different calls. It will uh, it will contain two different columns here. So the call span is equal to 2. It means it's composed of two columns. And here for the row span in this table, you can see the row span is equal to 2. It means that these two rows are merged together. It means that these are two rows. So the table head for this example, for this part of the example, is phone, and this phone spans for two rows. So this row and the next row will be addressed by the same header. So this row and the other. Okay, this is about cell spanning, the call span and the row span. This is another example for call span. For this, as you can see, these two columns are merged in the header. This is call span equals to 2. And here the same. And let's add a caption. You can add caption to your tables. It's not very nice, but you can use this caption here. Use caption tag. This is caption tag. This is end of caption tag. Remember that every tag has its own start and ending part. Between this start and ending part, you'll put college CDI student table. So this will be the caption of our table, and it looks very, very simple, or somehow rural, somehow very basic. There's no formatting or nice thing about this table because these are the basic elements of HTML. And you have to learn these basic things, but you have to work on the templates. When you want to change a part of the template, you will rely on your knowledge of these basic HTML things. So you won't create, for example, a big and nice building with just bricks. You can't do that. But there are very modern technologies to build new houses. They do not use bricks for the whole building. But if you want to change, for example, a part of a wall inside your building, if you want to remove the wall and place that wall somewhere else inside your building, you have to know the basic knowledge of construction, which is working with the bricks. So this is the building blocks. And you have to learn this, all of these building blocks, in order to be able to change the templates. So don't worry about this very boring things. I know these things are very boring. And the output is not very professional. This is not the output of any website, but you have to learn them. Okay, and table padding, row width. I told all of this. Think about the row. Yes, these are just review. And I think the table is done. Table width without the style. And yes, the table things is done here. More on styling. Yes, I told you you can change the even rows by putting these things, and you can change even to odd, and then you will have the background for the odd rows. Rows. Okay, the table is done here. Let's continue on uh, the next part, which is list. List is very simple, and you can see just there's one file here, so we can speed up our course here with the list. These are different lists. And unordered HTML list, another example of a list. This example um, uses the round dot. This example uses the square dot. So this is the difference between these two parts of the example. Let's see the inside the structure of the file. So inside this file, for example, the example number, oh, there are more other examples here. Nested. Let's start from the end of this file. This is a nested list. So there is a UI, UL, which is for the list, and the end UL. This tag specifies the list. And inside the list, list items. List item 1 is coffee. List item 2 is tea. But for the tea, there are another list inside. So there is a nested list inside our main list. So this is the main list. This is the parent list. And this is the child list, nesting inside that list. So this child list, this nested list is a member of T item. So it will be displayed under the T item. And you can use this structure. Even you can add another nested here. So just let me make a copy of this. And for the green tea, I will change this to uh, two other green teas, but you have to use the indentation. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And for the green tea, we have, for example, Ceylon. Green tea. Ceylon is the spelling correct for the Ceylon tea? Check. Oh, yes. Maybe it's true. The kind of tea, yes. Yes, the spelling is true. So we have 70 and another T. Yes, there is a Ceylon T. Oh, no, 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 this is the spelling. Ceylon. 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 Okay, let's see. So we generated another nested list here inside the green tea. So we have two different green teas, Ceylon tea and another tea. Let's see. And you can see the green tea is also divided into two different things. And you can make a tree-like structure by using this inserted nested list inside different. And the other example is first, the number 5 is very easy. And it said, do not use any kind of dot or bullet here. List style type none means do not use any kind of bulleting here. So remove all the bullets like this, coffee, tea, and milk. For the example 4, It is the bullets are a square. So copy tea and milk with the square bullet. And for the third example, it is disk. It's a round dot here. And the second example, uh, it used another form of list with DT and DD. DT is used for this title, and the subtitle is DD, black hot drink, and for the milk, white cold drink. So this structure of DT and DD is used for a title and subtitle inside a list. And this is another example. This is the first basic example. If you do not specify anything here, the default format is using a disk, a round disk for bulleting like this. So the list is done here. Let's move on to the next part, inline and block. And this is also very easy. Some items in HTML makes a block. Oh, no, it's not very easy. It's too long. Let me explain this to you. But the concept is very easy. Let's close all of these files. And also let's make this browser a little bit clean. The time is running up and we are very, very off schedule. I wanted to show you some amazing templates today, but you're very, very off schedule because the content is very heavy and the time is very limited. So in this example, you can see from the beginning, let's go here. This is an inline span, which means an inline span do not create a new line. So it is just inside the text. It's an inline span. It means there is no new line here. You can use span style border and you can specify the width of the border and the text inside that span and the end of the span. It means that it will not add a new line here. So it's an inline span or inline item. The span is an inline element and will not start a new line and only takes up as much width as necessary. So it's inline span. But the paragraph or P is a block. So if you place a P, it will automatically generate a new line. So this is a block, P and division. DIV stands for division. DIV and P, which is the abbreviation for paragraph, are block items, means that whenever you put these items into your HTML file, they will generate a new line and they will stand out between lines. So by adding different P's here, if you place different P's here, every paragraph for every P, there is a new line here and, different lines. But for the span, it is not like this. If you add another span here, for example, after the element, there is another hello world here without any new line. So this is the main difference between a block and inline item in HTML. And you have to know about that because it's very important for formatting your website. And the P and the div elements are both block elements, and they will always start on a new line and take up the full width available, the full width of your page available, stretch out to the left and right as far as it can, as you can see here. But you can limit this by using width equal, for example, 50% in this style. And you can also change the everything about this division about styling the background color black, color white, padding 20 pixel. It means that there is a 20 pixel padding here. So this is for this part. London is the capital city of England, and this the style is background color is black and the color is white. So this is the example number 4. It is an inline span, blue. Inside the paragraph, my mother has span. Span is an inline. It means that it will not generate anything. So if you want to change just a little part, just a part of a text, and you do not want to make a paragraph or a division, just want to work with small parts in your text, you will use span here. So use span in order to change the formatting of a little part of your text inside your text. And example number 5 is about division. Example number 5, where's example number 5? Okay, here. This is a hello, I am a division. This is a division, and the rest of the text will be placed on a new line because this is a block item. So after division, the rest of the text will be placed here. So I am a division, and the rest of the text will not be on the same line because division is a block item, not an inline item. And this is another thing. The yellow background is added here because you can see that we changed the styling here. Example number 6. Inside the division, I use different things. The heading and 2 paragraphs inside the division. And the background is also yellow. This color is used for the background of division. If you want to, for example, change it to a blue, just 00 F4 and 22 or 11. Let's see the result. Oh, it changed to green because yes, RGB, because the number here is for the green, RGB. And if you want to make it more blue, just change this. Increase the number of blue, reduce the number of red and green. So it will change to, yes, blue. And this is very blue, so let's make it a little bit smaller. Oh, no, it's darker. So we have to increase that. So 99, that might be good. Oh, no, let's go to EE. Oh, yes, better. Okay, so you can change the color inside the style. This is the background color attributed to division. So every division in our web page will use the same color except these divisions because I mentioned or I specified the background color inside these parts. Let's see. For these parts, yellow, red, and green, I specified the background color directly into the division tag, and this is called inline styling. Inline styling will proceed over all the other stylings in your page. So the first priority for styling is the inline styling. And if you remove this styling, the division automatically use the division will automatically uses the other styling inside your page. So let's remove this part, and then this will be changed into blue. So the inline styling in terms of priority, proceeding over all other stylings. It's very important to remember these things. If you want to use an exception in your styling, use your exception into put your styling directly into your division here. And there are 3 Londons here with some little bit of difference in terms of styling. Let's explore this 3 Londons. They are different. Yes, the first, the second, and the third. The first, this is the first state, London number 1, this London number 2, and this London number 3. Let's differentiate or separate these things by using different numbers. So let's see the difference, number 1, number 2, and number 3. There are different styling methods used for these 3 Londons. For the first London or London number 1, the style is inserted directly into the division. So the style width is 300 pixels and margin is auto. The other styling for the background is used by the default background here. So because this is a style for division and it specifies the background, and here in London number 1, we didn't specify any background for this. This division will use the same background color as it is specified in the header of this file. But for the width and for the margin, it will use the background, the styling, which is specified here directly into the division. This is for the first London. For the second London, it uses the class Babak, or you can put any name here. So it is an arbitrary name. I use my name here to specify that to, to say that this name is arbitrary. You can use your own name. You can use my class 1, my formatting, my website formatting, any name you can choose here. So this is not a standard word. You can use any word here. And let's see where this class is being defined. So let's go out to this file, and you can see there is a division.babak here. It means that the Babak is a sub-styling of division, and it has different items in it. If we, for example, change this to 400 pixels and reload this, you can see the width will be increased. So it means that this London too is using the style of Babak, which is a sub-style of the vision. And you can use different styles, classes inside one web page. It means that you are free to use different styles for different divisions. And here there is another class, Babak 2. Let's see. And there is another styling format here. Babak 2 is not a subdivision, sub-styling of div. So it is something completely independent and independent styling, which is called Babak 2. It starts with dot and without any prefix, it means that this is standing alone. So you can change this to 100 and see it will be shrinked like this. So you can use different styling for divisions inside the same web page. You do not have to follow the same styling for all your divisions. You can specify different styling whenever you want. This is the main important thing about this. And another thing is, as I told you, you can specify the styling inside your division. You can change everything here. Okay, so we're done with the styling. Let's continue the next part. Okay, yes, talk about the classes. As I told you before, you can specify different classes in your code. So let's see the inside structure of this file. Okay, this is the style for city. This is the class or style for city. Dot city means that it's standing alone. And it has its background, tomato, the color white. The text color will be white. The background is some sort of red color, which is called tomato. And the border is 2 pixel. It's a bit somehow stronger than 1 pixel. Solid black. The margin is 20 pixel and the padding is 20 pixel. So there is a 20 pixel padding and margin for any city division here. And there is a main and a note. And let's see the different things. The first things, which is London, the second item is Paris, and the third item is Tokyo. And they all use the same city styling class. And this item use city plus main. It means you can, this is very important point here, you can add two different classes here, the class city and the class main. So let's see what would be the difference. The class main says the text should be aligned in the center. Okay, this is the only thing inside the class main. So it says that the text which is attributed to class main will be placed in the middle of the cell. So the text align is center. This is what it says inside the main class, and the other attributes are the same as city. So when you use city and main here, it means that these two styles are adding to each other. Okay. And there's something very strange here. If, for example, I add this color equals to black here into the main, two contradicting attributes. Let's see what will happen. The city says the color should be white, and the main says, no, 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 the color should be black. There is no, you know, there is no conflict between text align and the attributes here, because these attributes are about the background color, the border, the margin, and the padding. It says nothing about the text align. So the main and class should work with each other nicely, but there is a difference here. There is a contradictory things here, a contradiction here. It says the color should be black, and it says the color should be white. So let's see the result. The color is white. The color is black. So why? Let's change the order. Because attributes are adding in the order. So let's see. Oh, the same result. Oh, I have to save this before. So maybe this is a puzzle for me. The main says the color should be black, and it always wins over the city. Let's change the order here. Copy and then paste here above this. Maybe something is about the ordering. Let's experiment this. So the main is here and the city here. So let's save the file and then, oh yes, that's it. We found the answer for our question. This is about the ordering. As you can see here, the last one wins, because these items are adding to each other. The first, it says, okay, the text should be center, the color should be black, and then it goes like this. The background should be tomato, and the color should be white. No, 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 no black. The color should be white because these things are adding to each other. That was the trick of this. So if you see something conflicting about the color or any other attribute here, the one who is the last will win the competition. Understand? Everybody? Everybody? Oh, okay with this trick? Yes, it was amazing, even for me, because I really uh, had forgotten the reason, but I found that it is about the ordering styles here. Okay, let's go to the next part. And the next part is ID, as I told you before. You can use the ID for every HTML element in your file. So uh, here, H1 ID is my header. So the ID is like an identification card for you. It identifies every element. It's like a driver's license. It says who you are. So the ID for H1 is my header. It is the official name of H1. So, and this is arbitrary. So I use my header. You can use your header, header number one, header number two, whatever you want. So it's an arbitrary word. It's not a keyword here. So then here, you can specify the style by using a hashtag here instead of dot style name and use class equal to something. You can use slash, you can use the number sign or the hashtag here, and then use my header. It means that this h1 with the ID my header will be will follow this styling. So this is a connection between this HTML element and this styling by using an ID. So another way to make a styling is using ID. You use the hashtag here, and after the hashtag, the name, the ID of your HTML element, and then use different kind of styling. So ID can be used to specify styling in this way. So we're done about the ID. Let's go to the iframe. Uh, there are two iframes. One is targeted, and the other is the default iframe. You can use iframe in your websites. Let's see what's inside. And this is an iframe for the CBI College inside our website. It's very easy and very simple. Use the iframe tag and source. Do not use href. It is source. It's not href. Source equals to the address of this web page, which is the CDI College. The height and the width is specified here. And the title is iframe example. So this is the title of this iframe example. You can use height and width with attributes. Okay. And it means that this is just a window to another website inside your website. There is another thing about iframe, which is target iframe. And this is another iframe with a link below this. And uh, first of all, it will go to the CDI college, and there is another link here which goes to Algonquin College. So if you click on this link, the content of the iframe will be changed. It will be redirected to Algonquin College. So it is the Algonquin College website. Let's see what's inside. Very easy and simple. This is the iframe. This is the source, the same as the previous iframe and the other things. And this is this paragraph. href means the hyperlink, Algonquin College, and the target is not a blank page. It is the iframe A. It means that it will change the iframe. When the target attribute of a link matches the name of an iframe, the link will be open in that iframe. So you have to put this iframe name here. The name is iframe A, and you can change it to iframe Babak. It is arbitrary name. But if you change this, this will not work because there's a mismatch between the name of the iframe and the name of the target. So uh, first of all, it goes to the CDI college, and when you click on this, it will go to another website. So because there's a mismatch between the names. But if you change the name here and use the same name for this name and the target name, it will go, it will work again. So let's refresh this. First, the CDI college will be downloaded here, and then it will change to the Algonquin College. So there should be a match between this name in the iframe and the name inside the target. So the name should be the same. Okay, and there are two other things about the iframes. Why iframe is not secure? I offered you all of these files, so take a look at this file because using iframes are not generally recommended because they are insecure items inside your web page, and they will introduce some risks into your website. Uh, I put the link to this very, very useful question and answer here, and it says why iframes are not recommended and why iframes are not secure. And there is another shortcut for another web page which says 7 ways of hardening your iframes or removing the security risk in your iframes. 7 required steps to secure your iframe security. So if you want to use iframes in your website, you have to look at this article and see uh, how can you how you can make your iframe secure. Okay, these two useful links are among the files. Uh, After the class, you will see them. So iframe is covered, and then we have to go to image path. It's very, very easy. But let's use this image path into a real scenario because we want to show you different addressing for images or any other resources. The same rules apply to any other resources in your website when you want to address a picture or address a file or any other file-like resources, you have to follow the same rules. So let's start the XAMPP because I want to show you this on the XAMPP server. Let's start the XAMPP server. Okay. And because the XAMPP server is very, very slow in terms of starting up, it will take, for example, 5 minutes. Let's continue with some other things here. Okay, let's go to the meta and the validation, and we will cover this part later on. Let's go to the meta. As I told you before, there is a meta tag inside an HTML file. And metadata is not presented to the user. So if you open this, you just see a line of text here, and inside the file, there are too many meta tags that are not visible to the user, but the user can access these meta tags. Just right click on the web page as a user and see the source page. You can see all the meta tags inside this. So there is a character set, which is UTF-8. There is a description, and there is some keywords here. Some the name of the author, John Doe, a fictitious name, which is generally used to address a fictitious people. And the viewpoint is scale 1. This kind of metadata is widely used in Bootstrap or a responsive design. Why my microphone is muted? I don't know why. And the metadata uh, is not hidden from the user. The user can easily right-click on the page and see the source, and the user can see the metadata. So do not put anything secret into the metadata. Do not use it as a cache for storing secret items. So metadata is accessible for any user. And there are too many meta tags here. Uh, UTF-8, keywords, content, robots, and there are too many meta tags, and we will not have the time to cover all of these metas here. You can uh, search up these meta tags over the internet and on the internet, and you can find the use of them. For example, and some of these meta tags are replaced by new ones. For example, this is a verified V1 meta tag, which was used by the Google in order to verify your website. And now this meta tag has been replaced by Google Site Verification tag. This is a new tag. So when I was looking around these meta tags, I spotted this tag as a outdated and uh, not used tag. Okay. So, and there is a very useful link here, all meta. You can see all the possible meta tags you can use in your website, and use meta tags appropriately. Put your keywords into the keyword meta tag, so your website will be more visible to your audience. This is a SEO technique, site search optimization technique, and these are different, meta tags. And there are some meta tags, especially for Internet Explorer, some other meta tags for Apple, for example. Different meta tags are used for different purposes. So, okay, now the XAMPP started. So I will start the Apache web server, and we want to see the file. Okay. No, it's starting, so we have to wait. It is starting. Yes, it's now started. So we have to do it again. I want to show you the different possible addressing things. Some folders, student images, and there is something wrong here. Let me see what's wrong with the addressing. XAMPP, htdocs, htdocs here, and then 66. Okay, oh, it is inside the sound folder. So our index.html is inside sound folder. So let's this sound folder. Okay. You can see 4 pictures here, a typical student of CDI college. You can see the CDI on the book and the CDI on this building. So these images are generated by the AI using the appropriate description for and a typical student for the CDI college. So let's see the different addressing for these files. Let's see the inside this file. Okay, for the first picture, which is the student number 1, I used this one. Source is student1.jfif. This is somehow equivalent to JPEG. So the first image address is just near the original file. So let's see inside the folder. Yes, student1 is residing in the same folder as index.htm. So this is the direct address of this. You do not mention any address hints here. For the student number 2, it is /student2.jfif. So this slash at the beginning of the addressing means that the student number 2 is in the root of your domain, is in the root of your website. So where is the root of our website? The root of our website is here. It is htdocs. So the student number 2, JFIF, is inside, and this is the student number 2. You can see it is inside the root of our domain. This is the same picture. You can see the owl on the book, the same owl on the book, and the same face. So this is inside the root of the domain, and it is not a good place to put your images. You have to specify a folder, a separate folder inside your website to store all your images. That is the third example. So in the third example, the student number 3 is inside the images folder. The images folder is inside the 66 folder. And, the 66 folder is inside our root domain. So in the root domain, this is the htdocs, which is the root folder of our domain. There is a folder called 66. Inside that, there is a folder called images, and inside that, there is a folder, there is a file called student number 3. So this is student number 3 here. And you can see the same student with 2 books. One book is blue and another book is red. So this is student number 3 and student number 4. Let's see. This formatting is used for student number 4. It means that these 2 dots here means that go 1 folder up, go one folder up from where you're standing. So when the file is standing here inside the 66 some folder, so our file index is in some folder, inside some folder. These two dots means go one level up. So go one level up, go to the 66. And you can find this the student number 4 here. So these two dots means go one level up. This is another formatting, and you can see the same picture here for the student number 4. So different type of addressing here. Some of them are absolute, and some of you can see the CDI book in her hands. And I generated another version for this. Oh, yes. This is another version. Student number 1, student number 2, student number 3, and student number 4. Two different versions of the same concept. Okay, let's go to the next part, which is the last part of our class today, and that is verification. Okay, let's see web. Session 2B, and the workshop. Okay, that's validation. Okay, when you complete your HTML file, it is recommended to remove any error or warning. So there are two useful websites, and there are too many others. I just put these two as sample. You can go to this website. This is a validator, HTML validator, and you can validate the correctness of your website inside this validator. So you put the address here, and it will show you the different problems associated with your website. So after completing and uploading your website, you can use this kind of validator in order to make sure that you do not miss any ending tag. If there is some mistyping in the tags, it is very common to forget an end tag, to start a tag and forget the end tag. So you can verify this here. You can use these two links in order to verify the correctness of your website. And it offers you a bunch of suggestions in order to make it to remove the problems or amend the mistyping or things. For example, my website is babak23.ir. So I can check this, and it will show that there are too many errors and problems. There are too many errors and problems inside the website, and it will show some recommendations. It will show some amendments to that, but the internet is very slow here. Okay. So these two websites are used for validation. After uploading your files, after publishing your website, you can check for any errors, any possible things inside that. And there are some offline tools available, but these online tools are very, very handy and easy to use. So before publishing your website into the final folder, let's publish. I recommend you to publish your website into a subdomain which is called test.yourwebsite. So instead of, for example, babak.com, for the test purpose, I will use test.babak.com because test.babak.com is not visible to anyone. Nobody will um, arrive at my website when it is under the test. I can use that test.babak.com, and then after any completion of the test and verification, I can publish, I can remove that subdomain and publish my content directly into the main domain. Okay, it's very slow, but this is the end of our class. Have a nice weekend and enjoy your time. Any questions? Oh, no, no, don't leave.